So now you have your film loaded, let's talk about the different settings on this camera. The first one is the shutter speed. So what you can do is, this camera has from 1/1000th of a second all the way down to 1/2 seconds, and it even includes a bulb mode, which basically is shutter stays open as long as you hold down the shutter release button. This hole is you can screw in a remote shutter. This is a safety mode, so you slide this back, and when you're traveling you won't be able to trigger and release the shutter. This is the mode where you're ready to go, ready to take a picture, and if you slide this forward, this is a 10-second self-timer. To set your ISO or your film speed, we're shooting 400 speed film, so we're going to want to set the ISO to 400 speed. What you're going to do is you'll set it to 8 so that it's easy to view. There's these silver ring here. You'll actually go ahead and grip it both here with your thumb and here with your pointer finger. You'll lift up this ring by pulling it out, and you can go ahead and slide and set your film speed from all the way down from 25 to 3200. And all that's really going to do is it's just going to tell your camera's light meter what film speed you're shooting at, so it can know what to set the settings at in automatic mode and what to meter it at. The next thing after we discuss the shutter speed and the ISO is the aperture. So this camera uses lenses with an aperture ring, so you can set your aperture manually by adjusting this ring, or you can put it into the A for automatic mode, which is going to automatically set your aperture based on what your shutter speed is. So now that we have our film speed and our shutter speed set, we are going to put it in the A mode, and once you do that, you will go ahead and have to press the shutter button. That's going to give you an exposure reading, and that's when you're in A mode, it's basically going to tell you what aperture it's going to shoot at based on the shutter speed. And if you're under or overexposed, you may have to adjust the shutter speed accordingly. You can also use this to get a reading on the scene is being metered at. That way you can adjust your shutter speed or your aperture based on that and shoot in manual mode. So if there's any other features that I didn't mention, please leave it in the comments, or feel free to reach out to me. But otherwise, I'll see you guys after we get the negatives back.